Yes, guys. Yes, people. Welcome back to another live stream. Welcome back to another video for you guys today. It's the morning after the night before. Well, morning if you're in America. Here it's the afternoon after the night before. But yeah, we're still in the. We're still recovering from a heartbreaking exit at the Bernabeu. Load of bullshit, but we move. Still champions of Europe for at least the next month or so. But big up everyone that's locked in. Smash the like and subscribe button. As always, very close to 25k, but I've just accepted we'll just never reach it at this point. So like and subscribe if you guys want to, innit? Maybe one day we'll get to 25k, but we move. Big up everyone, as always. And again, we do still have this giveaway for a Champions League final shirt because we're not going to have one this season. So if you want last season's, any super chat, any amount gets you in with a chance of winning this Champions League final shirt. And yeah, you guys already know what to do. Like and subscribe. Big up, and let's get straight into it. Josh ain't here, so I'll go to Fata. What were you saying, bro? How's your recovery been?
Oh, good.
Good game from your boy, at least.
So slow recovery for me, and hopefully I'll be fit for Sunday at Wembley. But yeah, man, my boys had a good game last night, and yeah, man, pretty much like I'm gonna say it's disappointing that we're going out on a quarterfinals, but at least we're looking forward to Sunday as well, just for redemption. But yeah.
Yeah, Raddy SoCal as well. DM me Twitter or Instagram, and I'll send you a link, bro. If you need the links, I'll let you know. Alex, what are you saying, man?
What's going on? It's like a hangover feeling.
Mm-hmm.
It's like hangover feeling that's morning after. So
yeah, definitely. What's it, Chris? What are you saying, bro? What are you saying?
Just a bit gutted, from last night, but also a bit proud from the team. They gave it all. So yeah, bit mixed emotions of it.
Yeah. But guys as well, and if you're watching this, if the mood isn't really at its most hyped for this stream, unlucky. I can't even try and pretend that we're going to be hyped today, but we move. Andrew, what are you saying, bro?
Hey, man, bigger games on Sunday. FA Cup semi-final. No. I think time for me has made me reflect better on the game. I was a bit raw afterwards, so I've given time to reflect. I'm glad we're going to have a discussion about it anyway. So I feel there might be some disagreements today, but yeah, I hope everyone's good. I hope everyone's good health anyway. So,
yeah. I mean, we're alive and our hearts are beating and our lungs work, so it's all positive. But yeah, last but not least, Jesters. What are you saying, man? You all good?
I won my under bet.
What was your under bet?
I won my under bet with Josh. So.
Oh, how long? Okay, yeah.
Yep. Well, there must be a lot of kids. Must be a lot of kids in the chat today.
Yeah, like everyone's talking about
Easter holidays.
We did speak about him We did speak about him towards the end of the stream, and I think me and you've got an understanding on it because, like, you came in fuming about everyone going at the chances, and I've already said the chances weren't my issue. We've spoken about his performance in and out of the game, but I'm also not gonna just focus just on Pulisic. Like, if you want to talk about reasons why we didn't go through in the tie, there's the mistakes in the first leg. There's N'Golo Kante's mistakes in match. There's the game management after we went 3-0 up. If you look at all three of them and then you bring Pulisic into account, he's probably the smallest reason out of the four of them.
Look, it's not on the forwards this time. I mean, agenda is agenda, but it's not on the forwards.
Yeah.
First of all, if we're gonna blame, like I said, you people, it's a championship league. You always gotta know the effects of the championship league. Championship league plays based on the two ties. Two ties are really what's the makes the difference, especially in European competition. Extra especially when you're going against teams in La Liga. La Liga is the most corrupt thing. Your UCL is always been favorite La Liga teams in those kind of tournaments based on like the money. But literally, English teams always been under not even underperforming. They've always been subject of questionable calls from those kind of manager. I'm here to the slander. You can blame me whatever. You can say whatever you want, Russian propaganda or shit. But the guy who's referee is Polish, and Polish is not a friendly country to the Russian people. I promise you, that's a thing. It is. It exists. I don't know if it's true. I don't know if it's true, but I will fly my agenda that something has to do with that specific referee. That's just my opinion. I don't care what anybody else says. The final. No, I don't give. What caused us the game is.
I'm not going to argue with what you believe. What I will say is this.
No. Let me finish, please.
I can blame the forwards because we missed chances. Havertz missed a chance. Ziyech missed a chance, and Pulisic missed a chance.
But that's
when
not
you say
why
it's not
we
the
lost.
forwards. No, but it's one of the reasons we didn't go through.
No,
there's a multiple enough of reasons we didn't go through.
No.
The multiple.
No,
it is because they didn't.
No.
They didn't score
What about the
chances.
first leg? Why
First
we
leg,
had to win by 3 goals
Oh,
in the first
God.
place?
But first leg in the second half, we had multiple chances where our forwards didn't score either. So what do we do then?
No,
You can't just let off the
I'm
forwards.
not having that. We are goals
It's actual
down.
fact, though, Alex. They missed chances.
It is fact, but it depends how you're looking at the fact. You're looking at the fact that we didn't score. I'm looking at the fault that we conceded.
No, that's fine. No, I'm not.
No. I
I'm not
agree with
blaming it
you.
all on forwards. It's part of it.
It's
to let them
both.
off.
It's
Yeah.
both.
To let them
No.
off, it's both.
Yeah,
Blaming on forward.
Imagine that we
Blaming
play a team sport.
Hold on
It's
a second.
both.
Right. Well, I
Blaming on
get
forward.
what.
Exactly. That's the thing. Like, we can talk about
Sorry.
both in isolation and say this was the reason why we got knocked
No.
out. This is the reason. This wasn't more of a reason than the other. That's the
Exactly.
way I look at it.
Exactly, because the goals. I agree. The goals are difference maker because we had to already chase the game. Every time we're looking at the missed chances, we're looking at the missed chances because we already conceded. We are going behind. That's why I'm looking. Is defensive skill. It's actually a bigger problem in these 2 specific ties. I'm not saying throughout the season, people, we have problem with a forward through the season, but those specific ties, individual mistake by Mendy, Kante was horrible in the first leg. People forget that? Kante was horrible in the first leg.
yeah, he wasn't great.
Mhm.
And this one.
Somehow, he actually made the second leg. Even second leg, he even made more mistakes.
At least
than,
Pulisic got dropped.
that's what I'm saying.
Because he wasn't good in the
what
first
I'm
leg
saying,
either, in my
like,
opinion. But at least he got dropped because of it.
And another thing, Alonso did not play in the first leg. How did he play in the second leg? There's the
Ran his
things that
socks
we actually did it by first leg that damaged us more in the second leg. But I'm blaming it more on defense than on the forwards because every time we're supposed to score, it was we already stepped behind. You see what I'm
I
saying?
agree.
You're on the clutch. And when you try to push the goal, you will have more chances, you will have more misses because you're not thinking straight. You're thinking just to score the goal. When you're more relaxed, you're more concentrated. That's why we are scoring. That's why when we are watching on the stream, I'm saying, like, it's fine. Like, I was pissed off with individual mistakes there and there. But the game plan was going. I can see it. We scored the early goal. That was a good thing. There was a pressure off us. Then we sustained this. We did not concede, which was shocking for me, that we did not concede immediately right after we scored the first goal. That was a big plus. But then we lost the midfield. And I blame. Look, for me, there's 2 people that actually have to take a blame for this specific 2-legged tie. It's Kante and Mendy. That's it.
Facts. Like I agree with
Did
what
you
Alex is
see?
saying. Like, is it? My bad, Chris. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say with the shots though and everything. Do you see how many shots compared we had to Real Madrid in both legs though as well?
49 to 19.
18 shots, yeah, and like 60 possession almost as well. Like it's
We
crazy.
don't have Kareem
We-
Benzema, do we?
No,
Yeah.
yeah, 100%, yeah. Like Benzema and Modric and all that, like
We
are
have
huge
Newcastle.
difference to Real Madrid.
Chances.
So it still shows we was the better team, but like we just hard luck because of
Probably
there's
could have used that lump in the second half yesterday for a few minutes.
I agree. I actually agree.
But no, I agree. I agree with Alex in the sense about the forwards,
Yeah.
in the sense that yesterday's probably a tough game to blame them on. Like, they did score 3 goals. They were dangerous all game, and I get the misses. Obviously, we'd like to bury every chance, but yesterday they were all pretty bright for most of the game. Like, at least for a regulation for the 90 minutes yesterday, I thought all I thought 10 out of the 11, aside from Conte, were outstanding. Really, to be honest with you, in the first 90 minutes, you could tell they got tired in extra time, and we didn't really have the depth in the midfield to sort of, make it more interesting. I thought Mason Mount played very good yesterday. I thought the last maybe 40 minutes of the game, maybe 10 minutes in regulation and then extra time, I thought he went real quiet. I don't even know if he touched the ball.
Too tired.
Yeah, that's fair because he was running all over the pitch.
He was running so hard.
I could see him being tired, but I thought maybe for like the last 35 minutes, including extra time, he was invisible. Not blaming him, but like it just he wasn't there. I thought Timo was really good yesterday. Kai was all over the pitch. It's tough. It's tough to really blame the attack. I thought N'Golo really just two massive mistakes yesterday.
Was good as well.
I thought Loftus was very good.
Nobody's talking about the third one he almost gave up.
Which one? N'Golo?
When he was dribbling at the center circle and he left the ball behind.
Oh yeah.
And Rudiger made the last ditch tackle, or that would have been a goal.
Or down the one where Cruz took the ball off of him.
Yep.
Yeah. He was very. If you're going to point to any particular reason yesterday, his job on the ball was really horrendous yesterday. I mean, he was I'll say directly responsible for the 2 goals. He just was. Reece James, I thought was stellar. Mendy. I heard everybody's points about the Rodri goal. It's a tough goal. You'd like to see him at least make an attempt to get over to the ball, but I think he was caught flat-footed, and there's just he wasn't going to go now. Yeah.
Look, if Modric had the time to pick up his head and ping that ball, and your goalkeeper is sat rooted to the spot and doesn't move,
he did move actually. I looked over.
I saw what you said, Chris. He slides a little to the left, but then he gets flat-footed again.
You can't commit too hard.
He doesn't anticipate where the ball's going. He has that's and we have to be realistic. There's a reason he was playing at Rennes not 2 years ago, and was out.
That's a bit harsh. That's a bit harsh.
No, it's not harsh.
We're not doing Mendy fault for the
Yeah, I can say about Van Dijk.
Well, I guess I'm not going to be able to make any points today. So
I don't think Jester's.
Guys, stop. So Jester's finish your point.
Yeah.
We all like to hype Mendy up. I've hyped him up for a different reason, but that's okay. He has holes in his game. He is not on the tier of a Neuer, of an All Black, of whoever you think the top goalkeepers in the world are. He's not that level because he lacks some athleticism. He lacks positional sense and anticipation. He should have anticipated when the ball was in the air where the ball was going to be, and he never covered his front post. That is the number one mistake from a keeper, is not guarding your front post. And it's not the first time he's done that recently. How many goals has he been scored on from the front post in the last, going back to Brentford?
The one at Liverpool one I will give you, like he shouldn't have got beat his near post.
What about Brentford?
I agree with Jester. Mendy dropped the form lately. Brentford game, there's a couple of games that he literally, the guy dropped it, but not for that goal.
I thought the second shot as well.
I don't think you should commit as hard as you think, Jester. He did actually commit a little bit over to it, but you can't go straight to the post, and then because if Benzema, like Oscar said, he would have shot to the left, he could have shot to the center.
That was Rodrigo, and if you cut the angle, you're 6'6". If you cut the angle, there's no way the ball's getting past you.
And he one time that too, so it wasn't like he was picking a corner out. He just was putting it on frame. It's tough.
It went off his shin.
Yeah, it's tough. I don't know if he's to blame necessarily, but I get Jester's point that there's more to be done there probably. In the sense of getting over, and I don't even think Jester's blaming him 100% for the goal, but it's tough. I
don't understand what we're talking about. Is that something significant that made the change into that game? I don't think it's that significant. Because there's more significant what Conte did and what Mendy did in the first.
I agree, but it was compounded for the fact that our world-class goalkeeper was not in the correct position to stop that.
First of all, I never called him well.
No, I'm not. I didn't say you said. Okay.
But
he is world-class, though. Let's be real.
As adults we're talking, what I was trying to say, what I was trying to say is, by one season you can't call the guy world class. He was sublime last season. Sublime last season. My question is for Mendy. He dropped the form recently in the PL and the Championship League. He dropped the form. I'm not saying that deserves what's his name start from the Kepa with the it doesn't. But we need to address it. That's it.
Yeah, I'd like to see him all off season do nothing but work on his distribution. Like it was not great again yesterday for stretches of the game.
At least he cleared it instead of trying to.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That was one thing I was happy about. Like when there was oh my god, he didn't even say anything bad, guys. Come on.
Oh my gosh, Lewis is like, it's red. 7 minutes.
7:40.
Oh my gosh.
That's harsh on Poco Doku. That's like not getting a penalty on Havertz yesterday, man. That's a harsh no call.
Oh well. Poco Doku. Yeah.
Always on ejectocito.
I wonder.
He's still here?
I wonder if Nathaniel will be on this stream.
I'm seriously gonna stop.
Nathaniel hasn't asked to come on, so.
Oh, like you haven't sent him a link.
No, I send him a link when he asks to come on. Like,
I think he's.
Don't make me pull my DMs up because I'll do it for free.
Yeah, don't make him pull his
Look,
DM out.
I think Nathaniel gets the link same way as Christensen gets on automatic start in 11. Like my one.
Sees Poco Doku or Nathaniel on the stream. He is the Shane McMahon feature. You know, here comes the money.
Okay. Oh, that's all mad. Big up Strip Bear for another 20 tickets for.
No, that's Strip Bear 2, as in also.
Oh yeah. No,
which is Fata in disguise.
I'm taking a piss. Otherwise, I basically should just send it to her. At this point.
I was in the bathroom, bruv.
Every time more time in the bathroom.
I was in the bathroom.
Strip Bear 2 could have bought 2 kits by himself.
Strip Bear just
herself.
said it's not her.
What's going on?
Right. Artem says, I've been saying for months Kante has been bad most of the year. One decent game against Lille in the past 3 to 4 months. All of our subs have been were terrible, but some people putting the main blame on Pulisic is silly. I already said with N'Golo Kante he hasn't been consistent for the last year or so, in my opinion, other than the last 3 months of last season. He hasn't been consistent for a while. And I think the only reason why people are noticing it now is because it's finally cost us on the big stage with massive consequences.
Exactly.
Pulisic, like I've said it, like I thought he was poor. I didn't think the chances that he missed were poor. I thought his turnovers were poor, and that was my issue with him.
Kai Havertz missed
How
the
many
header.
turnovers did he
Kai
have?
Havertz missed the header.
How many turnovers did he have?
I don't have the stats. I just know every time I saw him
Pulisic
get
had a lot of turnovers.
And a little bit of fairness then, I thought off the ball he was pretty good yesterday. I thought he was intercepting balls and making tackles. It was the on the ball stuff that was just dreadful. Like the passing was so bad. It was so bad.
Look,
like you didn't know. You didn't know who it was.
Look.
She doesn't. Strip Bear 2 doesn't type like Fata. Like, you know how Fata has second accounts? They're still on in big cap locks and everything. It didn't sound like.
He said he's in the bathroom, but he's going down the hall to get a phone to somebody.
That's why he changed his name.
Probably
taking criticism of his typing. By the way, big up, Daniel. Remember on one of your spaces before the Championship League first leg, I said I don't want Kante and it started in 11.
What sitter did he miss? I love to know what sitter.
And I was getting cooked, Daniel.
5 yards sit and miss.
Hold on. Redneck, you trying to get credit? Did you want Georgie instead or something?
No, I want Kovacic. I want Kovacic.
No, I wanted Chouameni.
Kovacic and who?
And Robin Loftus-Cheek. I said it on the thing.
You're out your mind.
Huh?
You're out your mind. You want Loftus-Cheek starting in midfield?
Yeah.
As a 6? Yeah, nah.
Well,
no. You know who was involved in that position who didn't anticipate that ball as well? It was Loftus-Cheek. We're just asking about Kante because we expect Kante to be a world-class player and he should anticipate it. Loftus-Cheek isn't good enough either.
Yeah,
What
in
ball?
fairness,
No, no, no,
Dan,
no,
in
no, no.
fairness, Dan, I think everyone thought Angola was going to run that ball down. He just gave up completely on it.
Conte gave the nod
hold
before
on.
anticipated it.
Why are we talking about a second goal? If the first goal never goes in, there is no second goal. We win in regular
What
time.
first goal were
I
you
don't
wanted
understand
Mendy
this.
to glitch to the left like it's FIFA and save that? Nobody's saving that. Nobody
he
on
wasn't
earth
in
is
the correct
saving
position.
the-
I said
There's
he
no
was
way,
not
yeah.
in the correct
that.
position.
I completely disagree. And this,
Well, you
and
don't
this,
know ball then. I'm
thank
sorry.
you. And this nonsense about top keepers. This Courtois is shit between his legs,
Yes.
near post between his legs. It's cash money every time.
Did he
And on the
protect
other
his near
end-
post? Did he
and on
protect
the
his near
and
post
on
in
the
that
other
game? Yes,
end-
he did. Thank you very much.
Other
No, he
end,
didn't. There's
he
no
hit for
shots
three.
near post.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. Ziyech's shots was near post.
I mean, for
Oh,
volley.
come
No, wait,
on.
a volley
That
like
was
that.
that was. Come on. Even look, Mendy would have saved that too because it was directly at him.
And that was in Mendy's near post. If you want to say near post
Yeah.
is the post you're closer to, he had to shift the other side, which was his far post. So if you're going to criticize him,
No, that's
correctly.
not true. Your
That
near
is true.
post is where the ball's
That
being,
is true.
where the player is, where the ball's being shot.
No,
It wasn't his
that's
near
not-
post because he
that
was
makes no
out
sense.
of position.
No,
That makes no sense. The near post is what is the
I
side of the
disagree
post
with
you're
you.
closest
Guys,
to.
No.
This
My point is this: all that blaming Mendy for a world class pass and finish it doesn't make sense.
World-class
No
finish.
one blamed Mendy down.
You can
Doesn't
blame
make
the
sense.
third goal. In the
No.
first leg.
I'm blaming Mendy specifically on the goal in the first half,
Yeah.
on the first leg.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
And
that's
performance
that's
and his
100% him.
performance in the first leg, but especially the goal against Benzema. I don't care who you say. He should have saved that damn ball. The first goal from Benzema, the header. I don't give a fuck. Mendy should have saved it. The ball was right at him from 18 yards header.
Yeah, that's more savable. That's definitely more
That's
savable.
save. That's a savable ball, not the other one.
I do agree. That's more savable. Like,
Well, and the
So
miss,
for
the,
me,
the
over
third, the
two
third
legs,
goal.
it's Kante and Mendy. Those two, definitely.
It's not. Listen, it's not two players. It's a lot of players. It's players who miss chances, right? It's players who made mistakes
no,
in
no,
midfield.
no.
No,
Not
it's
individual
no.
mistakes.
It's players who made chances.
Daniel,
It's
it's
players who made mistakes in midfield.
I understand,
Center
but
backs
those individual
tripping.
mistakes
No,
cost.
it's all of that.
Daniel, look.
What individual mistake was it?
I
for
agree with
Christian?
you I agree with you, but the problem, like I was talking to Andrew before, we have to score those goals because we conceded goals in the first place.
You're
So
missing
if
my
goal-
point. We also missed chances
No.
in the first leg.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying, that you put everything on the losing the tie. You put everything forwards and defensive problem and forward not finishing. You put it in one.
100%.
I'm different. I'm putting more defensive mistakes, specifically individual mistakes, because those specifically individual mistakes cost directly to the goal. Because direct goal.
I mean, that's fine, but then you have to. It's like all defensive actions that lead to the goal need to be looked at, not the end of the defensive action.
Not finishing. For me, there was the second.
No, hold on. I'm saying you can look at the defense only if you want to, but look at every defensive action that leads to the goal, not the end result of the goal. Or you should have saved that. Why is Benzema free in the box? This is the best striker in the world.
That's a different.
Three times in a row, over two legs, he's been free 4 times. He hit the ball right before that. You guys remember that? He hit the ball right before that with the exact same fucking move.
Look,
and our center backs, who are world class, can't realize maybe I should look for this guy.
And Mendy was shit in both legs. So let's not let's not put it past. You want to blame the center backs. All I said is Mendy was not in the correct position.
I can blame the center backs, but then I wouldn't say Thiago Silva is shit. He's not this, he's not that, because he's been terrible both games. So I mean, like,
terrible.
Yes, he has. He has been terrible.
Okay.
Well, the first leg he was definitely terrible. The second leg, I kind of like, when I was watching the replay, the second goal that they scored, the first one over, what's his name? That was Silva. Silva should have had that ball. He let it go. He did not know the ball. What's his name? The guy was behind him.
That's a fact. A lot of
Are
these
you
guys
talking about Modric or Rodrigo?
Why is Rudiger slipping in a crucial moment?
No, Modric passed to.
Why won't you blame Mendy? Why won't you blame Mendy?
Because
Why
it's
wouldn't you
A
blame
every
Mendy?
Because you already
way.
did.
It's
You already
A-
talked about. I'm
Oh,
talking about
okay.
somebody else now. I'm not gonna
Okay.
keep talking about Mendy. You already talked about him. We're talking
What
about
I'm
the
saying-
other players who are also
Thiago
responsible. for it.
Silva. It's my opinion. I don't know how.
And
long-
Pulisic.
based
Let
on
me
TV
listen. When
Based on
all the
TV,
subs
on
I
woes.
made, the subs were shit. What's his name?
Subs
Saul. He was
wasn't shit. We
terrible.
needed the subs. It's just the subs every time they come in.
Listen, I never
they do
said
not
him
perform.
making the subs was shit. Let me just finish.
Also the
I'm not saying
timing.
him making the
Timing.
subs. I'm saying he didn't have options, so who he brought in was shit.
Yes.
When they came in, they did nothing for us.
Exactly.
Every single one of them. You know, Saul was the worst of them, but we expect that. He's complete shit. But Pulisic looked like he had run 150 minutes. Like he was the most tired player. Valverde was was sprinting past him and he played 120. It was disgusting to see, man. This is a Champions League quarterfinal. At least work hard. Miss chances if you want to miss chances, whatever it is. But a player who's played 120 minutes should never outrun you.
Look,
I guess you don't
think-
understand
was-
physics,
No,
but
no,
that's
that was
okay.
terrible.
We can
no,
move.
no.
You don't understand the
my
laws of
my
science,
problem with
but that's
Pulisic-
I will
my
bring your
problem
physics
with-
into this. This is football.
Well,
My
get,
problem with
physics
Pulisic
is
in
into
this
everything.
specific
If without
situation-
Go
physics,
teach that. Go
we
teach
don't
that at
exist,
Berkeley.
so
This is
that's
football.
good.
We're talking about running. We're talking
Yes,
about a player
look,
who's tired from 120
Again,
minutes.
when
sprinting
somebody
past you.
is already
Awesome, send me a
running at
freeze
top
frame.
speed, how are you supposed to catch them when
My
you're
nigga- my
when
nigga, you
you're,
had the
you're at
ball.
a standstill?
Why you at a stand? Like, listen, this so many excuses. Why you at a standstill? You're the freshest player here. Why aren't you on it?
But
Look.
you're just spouting nonsense. If somebody is
No, you're
already
emotional
running,
because I'm talking about Pulisic. That's what's
again,
happening.
when somebody is already at their top speed, you have to outrun them at double the pace to catch them.
Why is he at his top speed and you're standing?
Man, I guess you don't understand that
I
what
don't
happened in those
understand what's
positions.
happening.
What I
You just
understand is
see
you're
that it's
making
no.
excuses. That's what is
Stop.
happening.
No,
And it's not one situation
what
I'm
you're
talking
saying
about.
is
It's the entire
because it
game.
was a certain
He was
player on the
ass.
pitch. I'm gonna slate them when something doesn't come off. That's all you're saying.
What?
Oh
I
yeah,
don't
that
understand
because
what you
because
are
Mendy
arguing.
didn't glitch to the
Hey,
left, right? That's
I'm
what
guessing
saying.
you like the compilation where people were blaming him for getting fouled.
I don't.
Right? People
retweet-
blamed him
look,
for
look,
getting
look.
fouled.
Whether you see my
And
Twitter or not, I
Camavinga
don't,
getting a yellow card. That's also
I don't
Pulisic's
retweet
fault.
any of those bullshit
Okay.
comments and any of that. I'm not talking about that, as I've criticized players for what they did, and what I saw from him was his energy wasn't there at
My
all.
problem was different. He was running way too much. He was playing for me without he tries to do it everything by himself. That was the problem. He took too many players on himself. And he again, there's a couple of times when he just ran against the three players instead of actually stop and look around. And he constantly got run into the wall. I knew it was urgency, but when the urgency hits, running into the defense, when they scored their goal and they're winning a tie, they did not go forward. It's it. We had the complete possession of the game instead of strategy getting into the box by bypassing that initial block. He, for me, tried to run into the block, and that was my problem with Pulisic.
Listen, again,
And the second mistake.
It's not even about
So one
just
person
him.
says he
Like
was
I said,
running too
all
much.
of them-
One person
all
said he
of
was not
them-
running enough. So
I didn't say he was
he
not
couldn't
running
have done
enough. He said he
anything
had no
right then
energy.
because he's running too much or not enough. Which one is it?
You jog. Listen, that's
Which one is
you
it?
can have that
Which one is it?
conversation with him.
What I-
We're
what
not
I
the
said,
same
I
person.
didn't say
So
he ran too much. I didn't say he ran too much. I said that he tried to take on too many players at one time.
Yeah,
That's
but when
not
he
right.
doesn't
Don't
do
tweet.
that, people get mad.
No, when
Yes,
you
they
that,
do.
you
I said, well, he
no,
passed the
I
ball
think
back.
he's
He
saying
didn't
that
take on
just to
three
make
players.
Putin a bit
I
better.
understand, Jester, but you put it out of context. When we're saying that he doesn't do this enough, that's when he starts. That's when he starts as a starting
Again.
lineup.
Again,
Not when we
he can't do
listen,
anything
the other
right.
sub-
we didn't lose.
He can't
we
do
didn't lose
anything
because
the
of
right.
other
Pulisic.
sub, Hakim Ziyech. Listen, again, I'm not trying to stay on. I don't care enough to be staying on players. You guys can
That
do your
shot
agendas.
Ziyech made, it shouldn't be a shot. It should be a
Yeah,
point
G,
pass.
Ziyech, the
Should've
people
crossed
tell
it.
me, he has magic in his feet. He has a wand of a left foot. He's our most creative player. He's our most technical player. He's our most everything. They'll say most. When are you gonna show it, my brother?
Yeah.
When
I
can
agree.
we see you show that
When
you're the
he's
most
playing in a
all
four.
things?
when he's playing in a 4. He's
The rest
playing
of
in
them,
a
the
3.
rest of them aren't playing. The rest of them are worse than him, and they aren't playing in the 4 on positions that suit them, and they're doing more. If he's the best in everything, he should leave. He should need less adjustment for him to do well. If he's the best in everything,
Right.
that's what I hear. He's our best. He's our best
he's
technical
not.
player. He's our best passer. He's our best finisher from outside the box, inside the box, whatever it is. That shot that he made that went to Georgie, that wasn't a pass. He fluffed his shot.
Because he's bad at defending and tracking back. So he's like, when he plays in a 3, he's always tired because he probably needs to finish after a run or a sprint.
Well,
Bro,
like, my
he
thing
was,
is, like,
he was
are
a
you-
substitute. He was a substitute coming on, playing against a team that had played however many minutes. I don't understand how he's tired when they're tired
Physics
as well.
then.
I'm not defending him anyway.
I don't understand physics, maybe.
If you ask me, the
I'm
main
not
problem was the squad. The problem was the squad. It wasn't Mendy, it wasn't Kante, it was just the squad. The fact that during the
Come on.
weekend they rested Modric for during that game, and we played Kante the full 90, and now we played Kante the full 90, and he's not the same player he used to be. Shows why we started making mistakes in the last 10 minutes. We actually played well.
You
in
know
the
how old
first 80.
Modric is, yeah?
Yeah, but
I don't disagree
but
with
he's
that at
world
all.
class and he was rested. So that works.
Because they play in a B-Tech league compared to us.
I agree with you on.
That's fair.
but
That's real
it's
fair
still-
too.
But
Who did they
it's
play
still-
at the
it's-
weekend? Like Celta Vigo or
Yeah,
Getafe? Or like,
yeah.
I mean,
Somebody at the bottom of the table where you can rest your people.
Listen,
like,
Actually,
Dan,
before you guys
Dan,
go,
I'm sorry.
go through a few of these anyway. Everyone who's dropped the super chat, by the way, you guys are into lottery as well.
Except for
yeah,
Fanta.
Yeah, I can't pronounce your name, but you've got 2 tickets as well. Saying big up, guys. Our players played 53 games to this point, as well as playing in an intense World Cup qualifying and AFCON. It's been a long, grueling season. At some point, it was going to catch up to this team, and it showed. It wasn't really a case that we got tired, though. For me, it was the game management after we went 3-0 up. That was my issue. Like
This guy.
it wasn't a case the whole team just dipped as the game progressed. It didn't go down like that. 100. So I don't think it's a case of anything to do with stamina or fatigue. I understand what you're saying, and that does come into account for some results or for some game performances that we see from the team. But I don't think so for yesterday's performance. I don't think it's a case of
well,
stamina.
Lewis. Hold on, Lewis. Really? Because they were able to take off Cruz, right? Who's obviously in old age. He couldn't play 120 minutes or whatever it was. They took him off. They brought in Camavinga. They brought in like 2 young guys.
Rodrigo,
and they moved Valverde into midfield, right? They moved Valverde into midfield. So now they have 2 energetic players, young players in there. And our guys have to play 90 minutes. I complained on the space or whatever about Thiago Silva coming from Brazil and starting every game since 90 minutes at 37.
Yeah,
like he was shit. Don't get me wrong. But there's a reason why. There's a reason why he was shit. He's an old man having to do this on a consistent basis because we have no other options. He's our best defender. So in these games,
the first season or 2, we used to rest him every game, and we used to rest him one game and play him one game, and we used to always rest him after international duty. For some reason, this year he doesn't care. There's been so much praise, maybe, that he stopped caring about resting him, and now he's playing him every game. Oh, and by the way, Lewis, I kind of agree with the changes. He shouldn't have made those changes. He shouldn't have put in Pulisic. He should have just put Jorginho instead. But honestly, since Italy hasn't qualified for the World Cup, Jorginho hasn't been the same player. And
no, he hasn't been the same since he came.
First leg he wasn't great, but even in spite of that, he got the assist. Did he play in the Brentford game? No, he didn't play.
He's been rested the most.
Honestly, Jorginho isn't the appropriate player for that thing. We needed a CDM. We don't have one. We needed someone physical. Jorginho is a CDM, but he's technical. You needed someone physical and energetic for yesterday. Yeah.
We had a chance to get one in the summer.
For me, that wasn't necessarily what we needed. We needed someone who could slow down the tempo and control possession.
Not really, because
Jorginho would have given us more control for the last 10 minutes.
Not necessarily. How many
at the Bernabeu with the crowd cheering on, I bet Tuchel assumed we were going to concede either way.
They would have been.
I don't think it's likely, personally, but I understand where you're coming from.
Look, I said it before and I said it again. Jorginho is good on slow down the pace, but sometimes when the team is under the elimination, they will bypass Jorginho like he's not even there. And that happened multiple times. People discovered that they don't have to literally press him all the time to actually get the ball back. They don't have to. All they have to do is one-time pass it. Jorginho played the first leg. We are 0-0. Did we control the game or not? What did Benzema do to him? He did unspeakable.
The entire midfield was just a mess then. But like you account it to both. Jorginho was poor in phases. So was N'Golo in phases.
It's the worst defense of the. For me, one-touch game. It's the biggest threat that you can make, because one-touch game does not allow defense. The one-touch game does not allow defense to set up. What happens to Christensen? It's literally due to one-touch game, because you don't have time to look where you teammate is. So you have to make a decision on your own. And Christensen made decisions bad at that specific game because it was a one-touch game. Karim Benzema shoved Jorginho off the ball and just passed it to Vucinic. The first goal happened. And Vucinic just basically ran. He didn't have to do nothing against Christensen. All he has to do is run. And when he got in the box, that's when he exposed and put the ball back. But at the same time, Jorginho did not follow him. So for me, it's a one-touch game. I don't care who is. One-touch game is underrated. One-touch game destroys any kind of structure of defense. Destroys, because you don't have time. That's why I'm saying that. That's why I'm saying the Mendy's goal is not the goal that they scored. It's not on Mendy because it's one touch.
The second goal or the first one?
The volley from Madrid.
I didn't say it was his fault either. I just said he was out of position.
Honestly, I blame Conte for that. He was tired by then.
Yeah. That was Conte. That's Conte.
Okay.
Kevin Fraser said none of Pulisic's chance was sitters, both half chance as well. SS says
second was
7 yards sitter missed by Pulisic in the 90th.
It's still not a sitter. A sitter is when nobody's around you.
Why
you have an open goal.
Why we didn't get
Ty Crane says we lost the game when Timo came off. He was the glue. Definitely one of our better players. And Kevin Fraser says, "Who the fuck is Vucinic?" I think he meant to say
Vinicius.
Yeah, he meant to say Vinicius.
In the second game, when you need 3 goals, like controlling the ball isn't really what you need. You need to be on the front foot, pressing, getting balls out quick up to the forward line. Like I thought we did that really well. In this, obviously, we scored 3 goals. So, yeah, I would have probably in the second half, I would have probably brought AC on and stuck him somewhere in the midfield just to play defense. When you have the 3-goal advantage and you want an extra defender in there, like instead of bringing.
I actually told you on the stream.
Wait, did Christensen even travel?
Yeah, he was on the bench.
The minute that we scored, remember on the stream I said, now we need Christensen.
Yeah, like instead, like
put the midfielder.
You could have played him sort of as like a floating midfielder to try to lock up.
What about Chalobah?
Do you think they should trust AC now though?
I would have trusted him in that moment to just sort of when all you wanted to do is just sweep and defend. Like I would have trusted him in that moment.
I wouldn't have trusted him.
Josh, I didn't feel there was enough time.
Like honestly, Benzema would have tackled him. I think we would have just like.
I'm not saying put him like on a one-on-one defender against somebody. I'm talking about like, just have him clean up in front of the defense as kind of a sweeping fielder. Like he's more than capable of doing that.
We had
Josh, that might have happened, but from the time we scored the third and we copped the goal, there was probably like 5 minutes, yeah. And if it went a little longer, I think that change would have happened. We were still in a great position to go get the 4th goal.
Yeah, no, I mean
instead of just tidying it up at 3-1.
Yeah, we were dangerous pretty much all game, but like we. Go ahead, Alex. But let me just say one real quick thing on Ziyech because we were talking about earlier. I don't know if you can call yourself a wizard if it takes you 24 crosses to have one come off. Like that to me, that's not wizard ability. But I just wanted to make that statement. We were talking about him earlier.
Look. Yeah, that's surprising. But you know what? Listen, we've dragged those who didn't do well. I'm gonna give credit to those who were excellent and fought. To score 3 goals at the Bernabeu with all that pressure, it was crazy. For me, between Kovacic and Mel.
Yeah,
I agree. I thought 10. Actually, thought 10 of the 11 in regulation were all very good. Aside from
In
Conte,
regulation,
the other 10
Alonso
were
was
awesome.
excellent. You know, like people, like we give Alonso a lot of shit, of shit.
He
But in
was-
massive games, he steps
deserves
up.
it.
He steps up in massive games. You know what I mean?
Another
So I'll
thing
give
was
him
on
credit
Tuchel
for
not
that.
to start him in the first leg.
I'll give him credit for that. Pulisic was excellent. Reece James, he grew into the game. Mistake after the first 5 minutes.
After the game, Benzema rushed
After the
to
first
Reece
5
James
minutes,
and they
he
exchanged
was
shirts.
he was bossing them. Like Vinicius didn't have much joy. I mean, he got that opportunity and he crossed it in, and that still angers me. But that was
Robin Loftus-Cheek what was made it better out
yeah.
of James. I think
But-
Robin Loftus-Cheek did his part, grew into the game a little bit better. He
I
started
was about to give him credit too. RLC was great in that right wing back slash
I'm
number
not
8
gonna
role.
give him credit.
You know what
I'm not
saying?
gonna give him credit. Like
He-
honestly,
he
the
was
second goal is a mix of mistakes, and like one of the mistakes was RLC's mistake because RLC and Conte were so tired that they just stared at each other and no one.
But
got the ball.
that's a mistake of tiredness. If you have
No.
in those minutes in 65th something minute, that's when they were making subs. That's when they brought on their younger players who had the energy. These guys are already tired out. They gave their all to get up.
So we're gonna give excuses because you're tired.
They
If the
gave their all
ball's
to get it
there
through
and
the-
nobody's going for it, you go get the ball. You just don't.
I'm not gonna
leave it
blame
sit
them
there.
for being tired. I'm gonna blame the board, Tuchel for not making the changes.
How can you
Like
criticize them?
honestly,
The
we're
other
playing
90
RLC
minutes
as
You
a
think
were
one-time.
Jorginho gets to that ball? You think Jorginho gets to that ball? Just
No.
the lowest guy on the pitch.
Yeah, he would never.
That's
My
all right.
point is
I
this.
got
Listen,
some help for y'all coming.
Timo Werner,
I
I
ordered
come
some.
on
I
here.
ordered some see-through belly buttons, so y'all can all see where you're going from now on.
What you got to say about Timo Werner?
You guys know I don't
See-through
like
belly
Timo.
buttons.
I don't think I'll
Yeah.
ever like Timo.
See-through
But
belly buttons. You
We
got to
know
be able
that.
to
It was
see.
excellent.
Some of these people need to be able to see where they're going.
Fatter
it was
we do.
excellent. You know,
You don't get it, do you? Because their heads are crammed so far up their asses, they need a
Ah,
see-through belly button.
I've been
Okay.
battling this guy for
Okay.
years about Timo
Okay.
Werner.
if you gotta explain the joke, man, it's not. You know what I mean?
Well,
you gotta leave it.
Everybody
I'm
knows the
leaving
joke.
it, man.
I'm sorry.
Switching
that
it from
But
the
anyway,
Pulisic
no,
decision.
I hear you though. But Timo Werner,
Artem sent me this
Was that-
from the first goal.
Yes, he's
And-
not in the centre.
Then why didn't he save it?
Because it's a volley from
He
8
moved
yards out.
Volley.
well, hold on, you guys do. This
I
is
don't
why
think there's
I
much
hate-
you can do from
So,
there.
so
This is why I
again, he got
hate
beat at his near
screenshots.
post. He got
You can
Is
beat
that
at his
Alonso
near
behind
post
him?
again.
I did
We can
tell
take a
you, just move
screenshot of
slightly to the left.
anything.
Who's that
Still don't
behind
know
him?
how you guys are criticizing. You know, it's an outside foot crossing, right? Yeah, from deeper in the midfield. Then it's not down the wing.
Thank you for that,
Listen,
Artem.
this-
And then
this
plays are running
screenshot-
back.
This screenshot
I
is
have
of him
more
moving to his
problems
left.
I have more problems with Thiago Silva in his position. Even Alonso, who should have shouted to Thiago
Yeah.
Silva.
Alonso's a little bit out of position. For
Definitely
sure.
not on Mendy.
You know who deals with
But
that.
Alex, you know, it's hard for a defender too. You know, any touch you got own goal as well.
Yeah.
It's just a really
And-
good cross.
So he made that point.
no,
He
no,
got
no.
beard-
Cross
So,
across
is,
is
so is that
good.
his near post? Is that his near post? He got beat
Yes,
at.
it's
That's
okay.
his back post, man.
It's a still
Okay.
a volley.
It was a
It's 8
volley.
yards out.
Okay.
It was a
So
volley.
Mendy's starting
Ow.
position would have been closer to the right post, and then
This
he
is
moved
why I
over.
hate screenshots. It's so stupid. A video will show you that he was on the other side and he moved to get to this side while he's
Yeah,
shooting.
he was moving. Yeah,
He didn't
was
start
moving.
here.
Oh,
Yeah,
he
I know
was
he
mo-
didn't start.
okay.
Let
But he
me see
wasn't
if I
all.
can
He
find
wasn't all the way
He
over there.
was moving towards there.
He wasn't all the way over, but he moved. He was moving to his left by the time that shot went in.
He does
You
take some
can't take
steps.
a screenshot of a move that went on in 5 seconds or 10
I
seconds.
didn't take the screenshot. All I'm
know,
saying
I
is
didn't
if
say you
that's
did.
where
I'm
he
saying,
was, he
why
got
are you
beat at the
taking
near
it
post.
personally? I didn't say it was you.
Has that near post? It's
but-
the other post. Jesper.
Who was that in front of him? Was that Thiago
It's
Silva?
his back post. That cross came from the right.
Alonso.
From his right.
My
right to
question
left.
was that where's Rudiger in this?
Do you not understand what near post means?
Oh, Rudiger.
Yes, if he's covering the right post and he gets caught from his right
Rudiger
hand,
sometimes
right, that's near
goes
post.
forward
But
without-
the balls come
without
from
looking
right to
back.
left, and he's ended up at the back post. So he's actually shuffled all the way.
No, it's
Just
where
follow
the
the
ball
ball.
is your near
That,
post.
that makes no sense. Then everywhere the ball
Right,
is
yeah.
near post.
Ay,
Yeah,
One
So
sec,
it's
I'll
not-
you're
put a
saying
skin pop.
technically.
Hey,
Technically, the
Dan,
near
do you
post
think? Do you
is
think?
technically the near post. It's when you're taking a shot.
yes, exactly.
Yes, so he's moving.
It's not where
I
you
told
can
you.
ball
No,
coming from.
it's where a keeper starts. You know, when
And
he's
he
narrowing
got
down the
beat at
angle,
his
he
near
keeps.
post.
he keeps his
no,
hand.
No, it's
Come
not.
on.
Hold on, I've
Come
done.
on.
I played
What a
keeper as
ball.
well. Look,
So you see him
keep
shuffling,
one
right?
hand.
Yeah, see?
You see him shuffling, right?
He was
when the
moving.
ball moves and he's shuffling.
Yeah.
That's near post. That's near post. That's his near post. He was in his near post. He was right there waiting for it.
But
come on, man. That's like this is pointless.
Look, that's a near post, but it's a still not savable thing. Come on. The ball, first of all,
It's a volley.
It's a volley. It's a one touch. Second of all, if it was going higher, he could have do this. But if it's like a hitting header in the ground, you don't save that. It's it.
He wasn't gonna on the spot figure out that he had to
as well in
save
the
it with
comment
his hips.
section. You start criticizing the panelists, I'm gonna start blocking. Well, not criticizing, but you start cussing them out, I'm gonna start blocking.
Yeah, criticize.
Same thing for the mods. I want you to be on that shit.
Like my only issue with it is that he does come over, but then he resettles himself for not any particular reason. Like he could have just kept coming. I don't know that he saves it. It's a good one-time finish, but like I don't like that he's.
You guys are too harsh, man.
Yeah.
You guys are too. You know, a keeper can't do anything in that in between space, because a keeper can't do much in that in between space. He can get caught out. Mendy doesn't have time to come out, and it's too close to him. And then you got defenders running back as well, right? And it's just a perfect falls. You see how it beats the first defender, and it falls right to the Real Madrid player, right there, perfect. It's a perfect cross. It's caught. It's just above the 6-yard box. So you're expecting miracles, and that you saw where the ball came from. It didn't come from down the line.
All I say,
And
Mendy had to shift from right to left, right, on that pass, on that crossing.
Take it in context. You take it in context. How many times has he been beat at his near post?
You do not his near post. I'll explain to you what near post is. Yeah, if a player is on the left side, right, and he's going to take a shot, a keeper will stand close to the right post, near post, right, because it narrows the angle, so he knows that post is covered, and then he's going to watch the left, right. In that position, Mendy's right is the more space to score, right. He got caught out. Each side, each angle, right. Even the attacker went on the wrong angle.
Okay, so you blame him for his positioning.
No,
a world-class pass. What is it? What are we doing?
Yeah.
All I'm saying is I didn't say he was supposed to
I'm
say
seeing
that.
comps of that being. Oh, this is the. I'm seeing comps of that
you
being
criticizing that he's not on the level.
And all that. It's not the greatest pass, but
if Mendy saved that, that's a world-class save. That would be.
Is he not considered a world-class keeper?
No, you just played him down that he wasn't before.
Okay. See,
so you can't expect.
Listen, he's a world-class keeper, and there was a world-class keeper on the other end that let in
he's
three.
A world-class keeper, so he should have saved it.
Like the world-class keeper.
I'll tell you this.
Yes, he shouldn't have saved it. But if he did, I wouldn't have been shocked. I would say, "Oh my God, he's world-class. He does this. He does everything."
It would have been celebrated.
I wouldn't say he's not world-class because he didn't save it. That's silly.
No, but
he's
like
not a
Jester,
world-class
Neuer should have saved both Villarreal's goals, right? Should have saved them both because he's world class.
He should have easily saved
goals?
those. Come on.
Villarreal's goals. Neuer should have
Honestly,
saved
we
both
shouldn't
I didn't
blame the
watch
goalkeeper
Villarreal's
for
goals,
this.
so you're asking me something I don't know.
No world class goalkeeper has any goals against them. Remember this.
No.
Yeah? They're supposed to save everything.
All I'm saying is he's not a world-class keeper. He's had a good run.
I seen Oblak letting silly goals. I seen Neuer letting silly goals. Worst goals.
We just saw the European goalkeeper of the year. Goalkeeper of the year passed the ball to Benzema. Like, what are we talking about? Both of them did it. Mendy did it. Donnarumma did it. So it's like, what are we? He's not world class because he made a mistake. Everything he's done for the last 2 years is wiped out because of a mistake in the last game.
We use world-class.
Mike Snow, right?
We throw that around like it's candy.
Yeah.
We use it way too much.
Oh, really?
Hey, Dan, I got a question. Do you think? And listen, I think he played extremely good yesterday. Do you think Mace got tired towards the end of the game, like the last 30 minutes, 40 minutes? Yeah.
After 100 minutes, he was spent. But you can't sub him. Who are you going to sub him for?
Right. Yeah, there's no.
I don't think.
Havertz looks like he was a zombie.
They were all done at that point.
Tired. I think chaos started when the subs came in. I don't think people as tired as the chaos became. I think the minute it we start subbing, chaos started. I think chaos started the minute the team left.
Yeah.
They asked in the interview. They asked Tuchel what happened, and he said that we lost the ball in dangerous positions in the build-up when we just won the ball, and these are dangerous positions to lose the ball at. So that's why I guess he's saying it's dangerous positions because usually the team doesn't have its defensive shape. So that's why people aren't gonna be in their preferred positions, and that's why we were so vulnerable, and that's why you think that Mendy had a bad game. He was just exposed.
I don't think the subs are poor. I think the players were supposed to give a damn when they came in, but they made the chaos.
Yeah,
the timing of the subs.
That's why.
You're saying that you know what they were thinking and what's in their heart because they didn't give a damn.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Physics.
Okay.
No, that's not what I'm saying. Like what they like. It's just
when you
like
calculate the calculus of the way they were running, you will understand that they weren't. Listen, nobody gives it.
Do you know what was happening? The pace of the game was too quick. Was at a certain pace and intensity that the players came in and couldn't keep up. The physics of it.
There might be some truth to like the intensity of the game was like when you saw. That's why when Cruz came off, you saw how pissed he was because he was like, this is the game. Like this is the games you want to play in. It was super high intense. So I do think there is a little bit of like when a sub comes on into a game like that, like it does take a minute to get yourself into like, oh shit, like everyone's going at it. I don't think that was the case with everybody on the pitch, but like there might be a little bit of truth to them not feeling the actual intensity of the game, like what's going on the pitch at the time. Like that's not an excuse for anybody because I don't think any of the subs that came on played good yesterday.
To be honest, I think you guys are being really critical. I'm actually proud of. I'm actually. This is all I wanted. I wanted them to come in and give a performance. That's it. We make it or we didn't make it. I'm actually just, it's a missed opportunity because it played with our emotions. But I'm actually proud. That's it. I mean, that's all we wanted. We fucked up the first game.
Declared. The issue is this: when you're in, but when you get in that position, which no one expected us to do. So let's be honest. No one expected us to get 3-0 up.
Yeah, I did.
Bernabeu. Okay,
I didn't.
It's then you look towards your senior players. You look towards your senior players after we scored that third goal, whether he makes a sub or not, to calm everyone down and let's get through the next 5 minutes.
I think we missed Kante. We missed Azpilicueta.
But let's get through it. Whoever it was, Thiago Silva should have stepped up. Rudiger should have Kante and gone, listen, we need to get through the next 5 minutes, calm the burn, let's get it even more silent, and then see what the gaffer does. But they didn't. They were searching for the fourth one. They were searching for the fourth one. You can see it.
We have a mixture of young
mistakes. When a couple of mistakes started, Rudiger started yelling at people. You can see him yelling at him.
He was sensational.
But you know what? He was yelling at Kante,
Alex,
he was in his ass.
After we scored, Tuchel should have brought them all over to the sideline while the celebrator was getting whoever, how many players as possibly can.
Look, did you see Tuchel
we need to do this and this.
Next
5 minutes. I don't care if you can't just boot it. I don't care. Just simple passes. Just get it out, calm it down, and then we'll manage it from there. But they were looking for the fourth goal. You could see they were looking for the fourth as soon as it happened.
Look, I gotta.
You know what happens, Andrew, when you're chasing.
I need to address a guy in the super chat in the chat. Super Tama Tuchel. Can you bring his? Yeah, Alex is waffling. Suck my dick, you little.
Alex loves the chat.
Why can't you just type that in the chat, Alex? I don't understand.
You know them ones, but it is what it is.
Andrew, as I say, when the team is playing at such a level in emotional and trying to reach that point where you didn't think you're going to get to, that 3-0, all the players didn't think they're going to get there. Once they get there, you lose. I've been in those positions before. You kind of just slow down because you've hit the point. Do you get what I'm saying? Like once you reach it, you get relaxed a little bit because you've been chasing it, and now it's all come out. You know what I mean? And that's why you're right. You need. That's why I blame maybe the young players. You do need someone to really with a clear head to control everything.
It was the older players who faltered. It was Kante.
I don't blame Tuchel.
It was Mendy.
I don't blame Tuchel.
It was the older guys.
Honestly,
but I don't
in the
expect
last
Kante
game
to say
when we
anything.
lost,
I blame Kante. I blame Kante and I blame Mendy.
But Kante doesn't say a word. So
when we lost against who was it? Who did we lose against before Southampton? Who did we lose against?
Real Madrid.
I don't know. I'm talking about I'm blaming Mendy and Kante
before Madrid.
Brentford.
Oh, sorry, Alex. Go ahead.
I said I blame Mendy and Kante only for the Real Madrid game. That's it. Both legs. That's it.
Before the Real Madrid game, who did we lose against? Brentford. Yeah, after Brentford, in Brentford, we conceded the goals after we scored. And we were so happy for 5 minutes, and then we conceded the goal.
That's Chelsea. That's Chelsea.
I don't know whether...
in the first 5 minutes after we score.
I don't know whether Ancelotti noticed this, and he actually asked them to play after they score.
Well, if you noticed it, they would have scored the first or second time after we scored. The thing is this: when you talk about 2012, right?
Front post twice in that game.
Unlike a league game, when you score, it's like you have to
leave it alone, man. Like, leave it alone.
I'm just pointing out the obvious.
Let your agenda go. Like you would be emotional right now if I kept going about Pulisic being shit yesterday.
Dude, I've heard it for the last 24 hours, so bring it.
I'm not interested in it. This is pointless.
But you're not taking it out on everyone else, just are you? Because everyone else gave you shit.
Of course he's not.
No. All I'm pointing out is the obvious. He's been beaten at his near post since he got back from AFCON.
Okay, name 5 times he's been beaten by his near post.
Huh?
Name 5 times he's been beaten.
Two against Brentford.
What 2?
The Janelt goal. I can't remember who it was.
That's his near post?
That's his near post. It's the one closest to the ball as his near post.
I will say Neuer.
You know what? Forget I asked. This is pointless.
I have a quick question. So last 2 games, it's 9-2 on aggregate in our last 2 games. Do we think this might be our best 11 that played yesterday? Bar Conte, maybe you can make an adjustment.
We don't have a best 11.
That's fair. I'm just talking about of the group that we have. Like
we have the moments of brilliance throughout the season.
At least in maybe this formation with that 3-4-1-2. Like this is I think it's the best.
I'll give you that. I'll give you one thing that we better in this. We actually create and score more. We score more chances out of creativity. That's a valid point. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Honestly, I'd say
this formation.
The 3-4-1-2 is the definite formation, but I don't think that these players are the definite ones because we might say Timo Werner played well, but he's on and off with Pulisic. So to me, the 3-4-1-2 maybe with Mount and Havertz and whoever we're gonna get, because I don't think Pulisic or Timo Werner are consistent enough to make the front three. Definitely.
I ain't even talking about my boy.
Where was it? Where was this sitter?
Daniel, I said it from the beginning. Sitter. The most consistent pair of combined players together, it's Mount and Kai Havertz. Those two.
Hold on. I don't address this comment. Stop.
It's like Timo Silva and
Rudiger.
But next year, I expect Gallagher to top what Mount's doing this year. By the way. All right, Redneck. Yeah. I expect him to top it in every single way because he's better. Yeah, don't flip me off. You know why I'm doing it. Don't flip me off.
I know what you're doing it, but I understand that you heard what I was saying. I'm saying at the end of his career, I think Mount is gonna be less.
We're not. See, now you're going too far. You want to do end of his career? That's that's 15 years from now.
Are you addressing my comments about?
Yeah, you said next year. You did.
No, I said.
With Johnny? No. What are you talking about?
Are you talking about that?
I still want to know where the 3-yard sitter was.
No, bro.
Jim,
no, bro.
Please point that out.
Yeah, second chance from Pulisic.
It's not a sitter.
Talking about the conversation that you had.
It is a very good sitter.
It was a sitter, Jester.
No, it's not.
I can't blame the first, but the second was very good.
Oh my gosh!
By definition, it's not a sitter, but
I can't blame the first.
It's a chance that should be on frame 100%, but it's not a sitter. Let's be honest.
Did
the defender block it?
No.
Was the defender there? And a sitter, nobody's there.
But defenders are always around anyway. No matter, we call out Timo Werner when he misses chances when defenders are around him anyway.
Oh my word, Pulisic should have scored the second. Second one is the same chance as Kai Havertz with a header. That's it.
Yeah, Kai Havertz should play on target, we're saying.
That's a fact.
Again, you haven't pointed out a sitter that was missed.
Yeah, I just did. You just don't agree that that's a sitter.
It's not a sitter. Listen, it's not a sitter, but you don't get sitters in a Champions League quarterfinal. Man.
Yeah, well,
I think we got heaps.
Yeah, it's a chance that he.
So when
it's a chance he should put up.
It's a high probability chance. Let's put it that way.
It's a good chance.
Okay. Can I say when Timo Werner missed those chances in the Champions League final, but defenders around him, are they not sitters then, as well? when he missed him.
Nah, we applied to Pulisic.
Hold on. You think because I said it wasn't a sitter, I'm absolving blame?
I'm just saying in general, because like if defenders around him, it's not a sitter.
You want to give Kimo credit? I can crash it on his head too.
I know
no
you
problem.
do.
Okay, all right, cool. So leave him out of it. Like, why are you even bringing him up?
I'm just making a point of it all because Timo Werner misses a lot of chances, we all know, and defenders are always around him anyway, and they always class as sitters anyway. That's what I'm saying.
And man, he's a striker with a reputation of 30, 40 goal seasons and all
that.
Like, how you even comparing him to Pulisic?
In the Bundesliga.
Yeah, Bundesliga.
You know what's frustrating? Exactly. There's more chances if you betting man. There's more chances to put on like a harder chances to miss that ball than score that goal on Pulisic for a second chance.
Can't say that, man.
Thing. Another thing about Pulisic, every time he's trying to take a shot, what the fuck, he cannot stay on his legs. He always falls down. Like every time he shoots, he falls down in the box. Like he's like Chicharito sometimes. Look, you know what I'm saying? Like he always falls down when he scores. Like when he's on top. I
remember the Real Madrid game when he scored and he fell down.
Maybe he has Jorginho thighs or something. I don't know.
Jorginho doesn't have a thighs. I'm
That's a sick.
I don't want to be angry because Pulisic is not at fault of Chu.
Yeah,
it's Mendy and Kante. We need to stop fucking blaming everybody.
Mendy and Kante and Thiago Silva and Christensen and like all of them, bro.
Well, honestly, I wouldn't blame anyone. They played a very good game and like we did win at the end of the day. But like honestly, the bench wasn't that good, and I blame the board because the squad wasn't good enough. Tuchel said at the start of the season, trust the squad. No, not really. The squad was bad. We have a lot of that.
I'd say we win 3-0 if I
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll put this offer back out to the chat. I'll put this offer back out to chat. Come up with £5,000 and I'll never come on any channel on YouTube again. Send £5,000 to Lewis and I won't come on anymore. Also, if you can't come up with £5,000, shut the fuck up.
Also, it's not 5K.
Super chat. Yeah, what Justice said.
Hang on.
Yeah,
it's not 5K through super chat. It's 5K through PayPal.
Yeah, it's not through. You can't do a 5,000.
You don't want him. It's 5,000.
Like, and did anyone hear Mister say that he shouldn't have done better with that second chance? He just said it's not a sitter. It's not a sitter.
HM, you know you poor ass motherfucker. So stop talking, man. You freaking live in mama's basement. You don't have
broke boy.
Then you broke ass.
I'll be honest.
And again, I've never
like
once said Pulisic played well in that game. All I said is he wasn't to blame for the loss, and the shot wasn't a sitter. That's it.
Yeah, my guy Ben.
The only problem with Pulisic and the other front three that after we conceded and the aggregate was 5-4, I didn't see us scoring a goal. Whether it was Pulisic or Ziyech or whoever was.
Do you think we should have kept Timo on for that game?
I mean, you saw Havertz.
Did you see us scoring 3 goals?
You saw Havertz miss his header. After that, you saw Ziyech miss his shot, which he should have scored.
Havertz's header wasn't in front of the goal. Like he needed a Drogba header to actually score. Like there's no way.
If Lukaku had missed that same chance, we'd be slating him.
Hey man, he was doing interviews that he was talking to Drogba and all that. So you know, channel it, man. Come on.
No, that was a bad header.
No, I'm just kidding. Listen. Kai Havertz was excellent. We're not going to use a miss in a 3-0. When you score 3 goals at the Bernabeu, you expect to leave there with a win, which we did. It's just it wasn't enough because we messed it up the first leg. That's
exactly. Even
like,
if we messed it up,
first leg 2-1, and we come here and play like this, we probably 100% win it. I can't be mad at any of them really about missing chances.
See that comment with Alex smells garbage? I said,
honestly,
don't smell it. You eat it.
That's why I didn't mention when I criticized Pulisic. I didn't criticize him for missing chances because that happens. I criticized him because I didn't feel like he was working hard enough. He was getting outrun. You know, his general play wasn't very good. Things that I expect from him. The finishing is finishing. That
Yeah,
It happened.
we played a fantastic game. Like at the end of the day, the guys they played their fucking asses off. Like they worked all game. You could tell at the end they were gassed. Like nobody thought we'd go in and fucking be 3-0 and have this shit like 10 minutes away from being a huge comeback. It's disappointing. All of us are disappointed because we wanted to go through. And I do think we're a better team than Real Madrid. If you ask me on any given day, I think we could beat them most days.
100%.
It's just disappointing, you know. When you're disappointed, you're looking for reasons to blame and people to point fingers at. But at the end of the day, it's just a loss over 2 legs, man.
I see Jim doesn't like it today.
You want my attention, Jim? I'll give it to you. Listen.
I got one last thing to say. I gotta go.
Hi, Jim.
Nice to see you. I gotta go to work. So again, my only issue.
Nobody said Real Madrid. Hold on a second.
Let me say my last thing. I gotta go, dude.
Alex is leaving.
You can fight the chat.
Address in the chat, for Christ's sake, man.
I see your FIFA B16. I see you. I'll address you in a second. Go ahead, Jester.
My whole thing was, we lose the game. I go on Twitter, and it's not just the small accounts; it's the big accounts that are supposed to know footy, have big YouTube channels, blaming Pulisic for the loss.
What YouTuber?
And then tagging you in it too, Jester?
Well, yeah, they did that too.
Oh, well, it looks a little targeted, doesn't it?
What YouTuber?
Jester, you gotta be able to
name
the game.
Name the YouTuber.
Chelsea Fans TV tweeted out.
Yeah,
I'll be worried about.
I wouldn't blame Pulisic, man.
Maybe not name and shame.
This happened to Lukaku for nothing.
This guy can't play Lewis G. He had one.
No, I don't even have the logins to that, you know. So
when you do that, you actually expose yourself because you actually hate the player anyway, and you're just waiting for the moment where you can place blame on them. That's all it is. You didn't like the player. You don't like the country he's from. I've said this before. He gets hate because the flag that's on his passport.
I can't just. I think you know what. You know the truth is that people like the player, but they rather see you rolled up when he plays bad.
Some probably, yeah. Some probably will.
100%. You know how? Let me give you an example. Anytime that Johnny comes in here, right, and we slander Mount, yeah, a lot of us like Mount. I'm pretty sure a lot of us still, but we'll slander him just because it's going to roll up Johnny, and that happens a lot.
Declare you can't put that on Andrew's category.
I'm wondering why there wasn't a comp.
Say whatever you want, man. I don't rise the debate. Let's go.
Yeah, now if you're easily rolled up, people are going to keep doing it.
Take care, Jester.
Yes, you Jester. But let's bring the FIFA 16. Can you bring the FIFA 16 comment?
Lewis, you saying you haven't got the login to Chelsea Fans TV is like saying Fatter isn't stripped bare too.
No, I actually don't know.
I believe you, Lewis. There you go.
Alex, stop addressing the chat. They can afford. They can't even afford to kick you off here, bro. So why are you addressing?
You're a dickhead.
I've been trying to get kicked off for time.
I would knock you off.
It's
For time, I'm like, listen, $100. I'm out of here. 100. They won't do it.
Most of it is from the people.
Yeah, Daniel, have a sale. Have a 20% sale. 80 bucks.
Yeah, I'm cheap, man.
Sale on limited time only.
Daniel, you're pricier than the Poco Ducker and the fan. You're at least say 200. Come on, man.
I mean, listen. I'm just saying. Even when it was 100 days for everybody, I was trying to get Lewis money. So I was baiting them like, yo, anybody here, boot me off. They couldn't do it, man. They ain't got no money, man. For sure, he's the only one gone here.
I can tell you why people don't.
Let's not talk about illegal sites.
For sure, the only one who got money.
A lot of it is from the
FIFA B16.
Let's keep it PG.
Alex, Real Madrid is 100 times bigger than Chelsea will ever be. When did I say Chelsea is bigger? All I said we have a better team.
There's a difference between bigger and better. They're bigger, we're better.
If English is your not fifth language, not even the second language, I can understand. My apologies. But if you
ain't got a pound, Jim. You talking about like I'm not worth it. Pay it then. Pay $100 right now. I'll leave. CFC, Jim.
Oh man, he can't.
Yeah, what he said.
A lot of this was just built up from like the last 3 or 4 weeks when Christian was
I agree,
playing
Modric will be our best
decent.
midfielder,
Hey,
especially if we have Jorginho.
Christensen's
Who's that?
slander, apparently.
Somebody said.
Listen,
Modric will
oh
be
yeah,
our
you
best
guys never let
midfielder.
me give Werner credit. I wanted to give him credit, man.
Give him credit.
He wasn't a bump today, man. I'll be real. Like yesterday.
Hold on, let Chris take his pants off before you start doing it.
You know, there are a few things that
Look, Fata already took his pants off.
there are a few things that Werner does on a consistent basis that, you know, grind my gears. But yesterday, I think he went into his brain and he turned that switch off. Like, I want to control the ball. I want to make every pass I have an economical, smart pass. I'm going to make runs in behind. I'm going to press like fuck. And I'm going to score an excellent goal. So I'm going to give him credit. He was excellent.
His goal was
This is the
beautiful.
first game I've ever seen from him that he was a 9 or a 10 out of 10. Like this is the best. This is the best Werner that we're probably going to ever see.
Yeah,
right? Like
that is
if he could do that, if he could do that in the
Werner.
Premier League, I would say keep the guy. But I know he can't. So you know,
Daniel,
it is what
what
it is.
a beautiful parting gift he's given us, Daniel.
It was
right?
best
Beautiful
replica of
parting
the
He's given us a
Bundesliga.
beautiful parting gift, Daniel, when he leaves this summer. That's all.
No, there's
Yeah, listen, he just raised his price about 15 million. I like it.
Yeah, he's giving you two great games in a row. That's no, he was
honestly, it's a toss-up between him and Pulisic on who leaves. I don't think we're gonna sell both.
It's also both of them, man. What do you mean?
Both of them are
You
gonna go.
choosing
It depends.
both?
It depends.
2 in 1 sell. 2 in 1.
It
You
depends.
know, Lukaku might leave as well, you know, to
He can go
PSG,
as
so
well.
we'll go sell a free. All free, huh?
3 in 1.
Yeah.
3 in 1 sell, man. Make it happen.
Is this
I
FIFA?
think Werner will leave
Yeah,
before
it is.
Pulisic. I think Werner will leave before Pulisic. That's a fact. Because Werner
his
wants
goal.
No.
His goal yesterday was beautiful, though. It was great.
because he wants to leave more than I think Pulisic wants to leave.
I feel that.
I mean, of course, he wants to.
There's a good chance that we're getting American owners in.
World Cup squad.
Another
You know,
thing is the World Cup. Another thing is the World Cup is this year, so the players will look to play in the World Cup. The only person that doesn't give a fuck about the World Cup is Jorginho.
Why is that?
I just said it. I just like to throw it out
You
there.
just
This is not
had
going.
no
That's
agenda in there, didn't you?
but yeah, big up Werner, man. Number 11, man. You did his thing.
Yeah, fair enough.
What do you mean that's not how facts work?
Alex, man. Seriously.
Yeah.
You're too invested.
Whoever said that is right, by the way. I wanted to say it. When you start a sentence by saying "I think" and then you say that's a fact at the end, it's not.
Oh, that's English.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
you got baited again.
I don't know what I said. I don't know that sentence I used to use.
You said I think Timo Werner is leaving before Pulisic. That's a fact.
Man, I wish Johnny was here. I can't crash it on you guys' head like Johnny does, man. He comes in,
Thanks for
high
English
energy,
lesson,
minerals.
Fraser.
Mason
Yeah, I'm
scored.
surprised not. Yeah, Mount had a good game.
Bro, come on, that's my guy.
It was a brilliant goal by Mason.
Where's Johnny?
It was.
Oh,
It was
sensational
brilliant.
goal. Yeah, sensational goal.
Daniel, if Johnny's not here,
Even the passing between it to get to the mount, the combination
Yeah.
before Mount was finished was.
He's
sublime.
really
It was a much
dangerous in that
bigger goal,
position.
Let's have it right.
He's
I'm
really
just
dangerous. He's really dangerous in that number 10 position.
I'm just glad he got his hair butchered. Because now he's got his hair
Yes.
butchered, he's playing better.
Thank God.
Well,
Yeah.
maybe you should learn from him.
I know,
You
maybe
guys
he
find-
should.
coming over here.
Your wife looked
You
like
guys find
one of the
interesting
Rio
reasons,
Grande
right? Interesting reasons.
I know.
But you know,
Dan-
I just
Dan-
like that. I think that he still needs to score against very important team because he stat pads against the weak teams
By
like
the
the
way-
Southampton, the Real Madrids. Like he stat pads against those type of teams. He needs to start scoring against big teams now, and then we can count it.
Radio scale. By the way, I don't want to make fun of you, but damn, you look like Harry Potter for me, man. Like a grown ass man.
Like a
Yeah, have you
grown
seen
up
Harry
there,
Potter?
like
Well,
grown up
no,
there,
no,
Potter.
have you actually seen him going older? He's actually got a beard and everything as well.
Yeah.
You guys can't.
Well, that's
Sarcasm,
that's
guys?
what they used to call me when I was
I
younger,
caught
when I
it,
didn't
Dan.
have
I
a
caught
beard.
it.
Oh, really?
No,
Yeah.
I'm being like Alex right now. I'm talking to the chat.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
You said Real Madrid aren't a big team. Oh, come on, bro.
Yeah.
Insane.
Like, how did we get from a
Sarcasm.
conversation that the Real Madrid? We said that Chelsea is bigger than Real Madrid. I don't understand.
It's
How
not,
we
there's
get
no,
that
it's
from?
not active listening, it's selective listening.
Alex
They
misspoke.
saw
He
better.
didn't mean bigger. He meant better. Sorry, he wasn't.
No,
I
we-
didn't even
Alex meant
say
bigger.
bigger.
Alex meant
I
bigger.
said better.
Alex meant bigger.
Yeah, once you said bad,
We did make him look like a small team. That's how that was a big difference in
we had
performance.
a tougher test against Atletico Madrid last year than Real Madrid. So
We actually did.
Yeah, that was very tough. That was.
Yeah, like if you're looking at that game yesterday just for the game it was, we beat the shit out of those guys. I mean,
actually, there was no yesterday. There was no difference in playing at St Mary's than the Bernabeu for me.
Look,
honestly, we beat the shit out of him, and at 3-0, if we just put Tchouameni on and we didn't have Saul, we would have won the game 3-0. That's it.
Yeah, no, there's.
I think Chelsea. We showed that we can beat them. Like if we didn't make the individual like mistakes, like literally single-handedly mistakes that we made, because they did not score worldies. They scored because of mistakes. We scored by creating.
Yeah, they didn't build up or create anything. But either
Modric one though was a bit of a.
Not all of their goals. I'm saying like
historically,
Modric's cross is almost a worldie in its own right. That and to finish on that ball
because there wasn't a pace on that cross. There was a lob.
Josh.
No, it was outside foot, Alex, left to right, and that's a curving right.
I know, but it's still rainbow ball. I call them rainbow balls because they don't have a pace.
No, but it's not straight.
I know
it's got a curve, and that's no. What I'm saying, if it didn't have the curve, keeper comes and catches it easy. It's a perfect away from the keeper.
Yes, I know what you're saying, but I'm saying Thiago Silva, because of that kind of ball, Thiago Silva and Alonso should have done better. If it was a pace on it, if it was, for example, if it was an outside foot, but somebody from the left-footed player bang it with the pace onto him like this instead of this, then it would be a difference. I think the ball was like floaty, a little bit floaty for me.
It's hard because they're facing the goals as well. They're running back. It's a hard one. It's hard to.
I'm not saying it's easy, but I'm saying it's like they should have done better.
No, I agree.
At
the same time, if they,
I'll blame Mendy. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
I'll blame more of those two than Mendy in this particular situation.
Again,
I still don't know where Rudiger was in all of this. Like we're blaming Alonso and Silva, which is a central
He was looking
defender.
for 300K.
He was slipping. That's what he was doing. It's not his fault. He slipped. I said
He probably bumped it forward somewhere. That's what he did.
He was outside the 18 box ready for the ball
is going to one person. We know there's no other person they're going to cross to. Who else are they going to cross to? But Benzema. And your ball watch. But anyway, I'm not trying to be. Let me leave that alone. I'm not trying to be a dick. But I'm proud of the young guys, man. Who start Reece James, Mason Mount, Havertz. You know, I hear a lot of shit. They're not good enough. Havertz, especially about Havertz and Mount, mainly. Reece James, you know, everybody loves him, but they're not good enough. They're not this. They're not that. At this point, we need to stop saying that, man. They are.
But Daniel, the thing is,
need better complementary pieces.
But Daniel,
on that note as well, again,
you
guys want to join in? Any super chat, any amount?
We need to overhaul this squad so we don't run them into the ground. So we can find adequate replacements for them. Otherwise, they're going to burn out.
They need help.
I
don't think we need overhauling of the squad like people on the Twitter. Like everybody like completely think we need overhaul of the squad. We literally 2-3 players away from competing on such a high level.
No. For me, we are 2-3. We're three or four signings away, but we need to overhaul the squad in terms of like the squad players and getting players who are more useful. Like we said, if you had not even as a starter, if you had a player like if you had a player like Gallagher, if you had a player like Gilmore, for me, those are better. Those are better options than Saul.
Yeah,
like Barkley and type. But in terms of signings. We need 4 at least. Three or 4.
Barkley was sick. So we
that's
can
not
shit.
That's
Dan, is that not including the players you're talking about coming back?
No, not including Broha, not including Gallagher, not including maybe Ampadu or Gilmore. I like Ampadu more, but not including those guys coming in and filling in roles. They can do that for the squad.
That's what I was trying to say.
But we still need 4 signings to start. Like remember, Thiago Silva is 38 next year.
Tchouameni and Koundé. We need Tchouameni and Koundé for sure. I'm gonna be very sad if we don't get them. And we need someone like Rafinha. Rafinha or Ousmane Dembele, I don't know. We don't have the money for Rice. We have a new board. They're not going to be Roman. They're not going to pay that much.
I don't think
He's
Roman
they
is
paid
scoring.
too many.
Yeah, they were. They're trying to impress
Hey,
you.
where's that statement signing? I'm waiting for Salah to come in. They're gonna put a big
Yeah, I
big
don't want
signing.
Salah.
Big name.
The statement
Yeah, I don't
is
want
going to
Salah
be
to-
maybe to renew Rudiger or something. I don't think you're going to splash like
What a
100 mil
statement.
on a player.
Oh my
That's not a
god.
statement.
More
That's
season
a
tickets
Ricketts.
from that.
Ricketts won't sign that one.
Honestly, whoever's gonna have Chelsea, it's for a profit, not for like glory or anything.
You know we've made
Nah,
losses the
nah,
last like 5 years, right?
Yeah.
It's not true. It's not true.
We didn't.
We ran at a non-profit.
We didn't. I guess like maybe 2 years ago we ran at a profit. I guess last year was the loss.
No,
We've,
operating.
we've
profit.
always ran
We
at
had
a profit. We just
had a
used all
profit
our
based on-
resources.
Yeah, it was-
Yeah.
we had a profit based on
we didn't lay people off. It's all the COVID.
Yeah, we didn't lay people
Yeah.
off during the COVID for 2
It's the
years.
COVID
We
stuff.
run a
Get the
hotel
hotels
for
open.
2 years
Yeah, yeah.
with no payments for it. It's
Yeah.
there's. Let's
We
not
were running.
talk about
We were running as if we were still having crowds in our
Yes.
stadium and everything like that. That's all
Yeah.
we were running.
exactly.
So-
But let's not go to financial because
Yeah.
we don't
Yeah.
know shit about it either.
We'll see.
You guys gotta remember, we're getting Chilwell back too. I think that will make a major
we need,
difference.
I
we
agree
need
with
wing back
Daniel.
depth. We need wing back depth.
If we bring the loanies that we have that perform well and buy a couple
Yeah.
of players, I think we can compete on the high levels.
We need better wing backs.
I don't
because
think we need
honestly,
four, though.
Ruben playing at right wing
That's
back
why I
for
was
like
asking.
maybe the second time this season is not good enough for a quarterfinal. We need someone who's used to the position.
In all honesty, I agree with Daniel, but I don't think we need four. I think with the loanees, maybe just one or two players, and I think we might be all right. 2-3 players, like bigger
No,
players.
I
They're
think
not
we're-
up to the level, man. No.
Listen, you can't solve every problem in your squad all at once, right? It's not
No,
possible.
I
How many
understand.
players we sell?
That's why I said this is going to take a minimum of 3 seasons to do, which means don't expect us to be in any title race for at least 3 seasons because of the squad. It's not good enough.
Honestly, if we sell
Not good
3
enough.
and get 3, we might have a better chance than now. Because at the
Yeah,
end of the
that's what
day,
I'm
there's
saying.
like
It all
Freeze, right?
depends on how many we sell. It all depends on how many we sell.
if we sell Lukaku and Werner maybe or Ziyech, I don't know. If we remove some fat from that,
Ziyech
attack,
is
we
not
get,
going
like, some-
anywhere.
Listen to what we're discussing, right? This is about even mentioning any forwards. 2 wing backs, yeah, either side as backup we need, and just Chilwell's not going to be back. Possibly another centre back and another midfield. So that's 4 before we even get to the actual forward
And
line.
we have to replace the attackers that are leaving.
Right.
So like
but exactly. So
like
that's
2 for 1.
4, That's 4 before we even get to the forward line. Yeah, we're not going to do that in one. That's what I'm saying. It's going to take like 3 or 4.
I think
summers.
actually we're gonna be Ajax of 2018. We're gonna teams are gonna
God.
pickpocket our teams this season, this summer. I expect a lot of players leave actually. A lot.
Honestly, if the players leaving are Lukaku, I don't mind.
If the new owners come in,
there's one particular person I would like to leave before Lukaku, but
Why?
Yeah.
Why
If
do
the-
you
look,
wanna
if
get
the
rid
new
of
owner-
Havertz?
Who's that?
Why do you want to get rid of Kai Havertz, Alex?
Lukaku's agent for getting me here, and then
Why do you-
Lukaku.
His,
Yeah,
his name
Alex?
starts with a J and he has a nickname
No.
that
No,
Alex
no,
took.
he wants to get rid of
Yeah.
Havertz. He said it. I heard him say it. He
Oh.
wants to get rid of Havertz.
You said that?
Alex did. He wants to get rid
no,
of Havertz.
thank you. I don't want to swap Neymar for Lukaku.
Oh, mad.
There's
You wanna
another
have
drama
Neymar?
queen I don't want.
That was just
Not
as
gonna-
bad.
Not going to sign one overrated player for another one. No, thank you.
Hey, but just so you like, if the new owners come in, I'm pretty sure they're not going to disrupt. They're going to try to win the fans over at least for one season, and do what they're going to do later. So if they're going to take a hit, I think this transfer window is going to be somewhat
I think-
interesting
I
and
know what
probably
they're
play
gonna
to
do.
the fans.
Listen, you just got to be smart with certain things that you do, right? And obviously, you can't solve every problem, but you make smart signings. You fill certain positions with squad players who we know are good enough. Like imagine this: December period, we had Ruben Loftus-Cheek playing number 6, the entire period. We had Pulisic playing number 9, the entire period. We had Aspia at right wing back the entire period,
Yeah.
right? And that's when we had our most draws and everything else. Games that you turn those into wins, you have 7 more points. You have 8 more points. We don't have 9 losses like we did last, a few years ago, or 11 losses. We have 4.
Ruben
what I'm saying?
played
But
in
not-
a 6. He played as center back, and now he's playing at right wing back. That shows like how much the squad is. Not
But again,
really-
if you improve that quality by a little bit, right? Not even a crazy amount. just by someone like Gallagher, you improve that quality to come in during those times in midfield, or someone like Ampadu, who was actually a DM, coming in and playing in those positions. If Manny needs a break or whatever it is, like those make a difference rather than as Ruben, who was never before this year. I never saw him play as a number 6. He was always an 8.
Before last year, he
And
was
now
at
he's
West.
playing, and now he's playing a 6.
Fulham.
Now he's playing wing back. Now he's playing center
But
back.
what you do for PR is you re-sign Eden Hazard and have him hobble onto the pitch on crutches, stick attached to his head with a donut on the end, and see him run around, and that will please all the Chelsea people.
I don't think Tuchel would be happy with that.
What'd you say? What'd you say, you little fucker?
Not like again. You guys think about this, right? We and it kind of sounds like it was last year. Oh, we're just a striker away. We're not a striker away, but we are production level from our entire team away. Like,
midfield
if
strength away.
if we had another player this year in double digits, we'll be a lot closer. You turn the Burnley game, that turns into a win. The West Ham game, when we saw what happened, that turns into a win. The Everton game, that turns into a win. You maybe don't lose twice to Manchester City, which gives them a 6-point gap. It's fine margins, and people think we're so far off that we're a crazy distance off. We're fine margins away from being a team that can actually win this, and your squad helps with that. So I don't think we'll win it next year, but I think we'll definitely challenge 100%. I think this would be next year would be how we were in 2013, 2014 when Roman first came. I mean, when Mourinho first came back in, and we challenged. I think we finished 2 points behind top that year, or 1 point behind top that year. But Manchester City and Liverpool scored 100 goals. We had like 70 or 60 something or whatever it was. So we're still building up to where we were the next year and won it. So I think it may be something like that. But if people are thinking we're going to finish 15 points, 10 points behind next year, I don't expect that whatsoever.
Look, I think you'll see a massive difference because outside of what's happened, injuries, COVID, I think we had major injuries.
Is that lag?
Just too much.
Yeah, that's an issue.
Yeah, it is lagging. Okay, guys, I'm leaving. See you.
Yeah, we'll wrap up the stream here anyway. Big up everyone that's locked in. We didn't even get into transfer news, so that's tomorrow's content sorted. Big up everyone that's locked in. Smash the like and subscribe button as always. We will leave you with the Danish Maldini. Take care. Like and subscribe. Why are you booing, bro? Back your players. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, he ain't a player.
He cost us the first leg.
Well, we would have won the second leg 3-0 if he played, but
he can't stand on his legs. They're paper thin. Loser.
That's just disrespectful.
Cost us the game, you wank.
You love that.
Don't tell us what you're doing, Alex. All right? Leave it alone. Don't commentary on that.
You cost us the fan base.
Yo, why is Barca man up here?
Yeah. We've got Barcelona.
Right, you know what, Daniel? Thanks for hopping on. But yeah, big up everyone. Smash the
Barca.
And we will see you guys for tomorrow's stream. Take care, like and subscribe, and as always, up the fucking Chelsea.
Love.
Bernabeu!